Welcome to Lorraine Corbanic Fitness. My name is Lorraine, and today we're going to do a quick power yoga class together. So make sure you have your yoga mat and perhaps a set of yoga blocks. And let's get started. We'll stand at the top of our mat in mountain pose. Go ahead and take those feet hip distance apart. Feel yourself nice and rooted through all four pads of the feet. With a soft bend in the knees, go ahead and lift hands up to heart center, pressing palms in together. Lifting up through the crown of the head, let the shoulders settle down softly. Gently draw the navel in towards the spine. Unclench the jaw and take 3 nice, deep, slow inhale and exhale breaths through the nostrils. Gently drop the hands to the sides and flutter the eyelids open. As you take the next inhale breath, sweep the arms out to the side, lifting the chin, gazing up at the thumbs. Take hands together as you exhale and draw hands back down to heart center. Pausing here once again in our mountain pose or Tadasana. Take 3 more nice deep cycles of breath. This time, as you inhale, allow the belly to fill up nice and full. And as you exhale, allow the belly to draw back towards the spine. On the next inhale breath, once again, drop hands down to side. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Bringing hands together, exhale, hands back down to heart center. Last time here, softly closing the eyes, perhaps pressing thumbs into the sternum. If you're in the habit of setting an intention for yourself, you may do so now. Or perhaps just repeating a mantra that's been meaningful to you in the last little while. If neither of those are your option, perhaps just focusing on the inhale and exhale breaths in and out deeply through the abdomen region. Let's go ahead and settle those hands back down to the sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, swan dive down towards the ground. Let the chest lead. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, sliding hands up the shins. Exhale, fold, plant hands on the earth and step back into plank. Take a deep inhale breath in through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, slowly lower the body all the way to the earth. Untucking toes, lower hands to the ribcage. Inhale, rise up into cobra. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths here, taking any adjustments you need. Maybe pedaling out the feet. Maybe taking a quick look up at the hands, making sure they're shoulder distance apart. Fingers are parallel, facing forward. Feet are hip distance apart. Release the head, neck, and shoulders, any tension you may have here. Allow your heart to find the earth. From here, bend deeply into the knees. Look up towards the hands. Walk, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold, releasing hands from the earth. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold, and inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, reverse swan dive all the way up to the heavens. Exhale, hands all the way down as we forward fold once again. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold, plant hands, step back into plank, knowing that at any time I suggest a plank, you can drop the knees into modified plank. We're holding this time for 3 cycles of breath. Gently nudging shoulders away from the ears, pulling the abdomen in towards the spine and pressing through the heels. Slowly lowering the body down. Untucking toes or leaving them tucked in, come all the way up into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths here, perhaps closing the eyes, looking inward. Checking in with the body, checking in with the breath. Letting go of any expectations you have of yourself today. knowing that our yoga practice is not about controlling the body, but about finding freedom through the asanas and poses that we choose. Bending deeply into the knees, looking forward, walk or jump to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold, and for the last time, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Pause for a moment here, catch your breath, check in. From here, we're going to take those big toes together, leaving a little space in the heels. And this time, as you inhale, sweep arms up overhead, sending hips down behind you. Taking a look down at those toes, making sure you can see them past the knees. And if you can't, shoot your hips back just a little bit further. Here the biceps are in line with the ears, reaching energetically for the heavens with those fingers. A slight energetic tuck of that tailbone to flatten up the lower back, drawing in of the belly. Holding Utkatasana or chair pose. Feeling the strength in the legs. Enjoying the heat as it begins to build. 2 more nice, deep, long, fluid breaths here. And as you exhale, forward fold, taking the hips high and the head below heart. As we are hanging upside down, perhaps wrapping the hands around the heels, drawing the face towards the knees. Beautiful job, everyone. Finding your breath, never holding the breath. On your next inhale breath, sweep the arms up overhead, shooting the hips behind you. Utkatasana once again. Staying here in your chair pose or coming with me up onto the tiptoes. Maybe sitting up a little higher or maybe sinking the hips a little lower down towards the heels. Watching for those shoulders not lifting up by the ears, settling down the back body, but never arching the back. 2 more beautiful breaths right here. Again, feeling that heat build. And on the second exhale breath, lowering the hands down to the feet, lifting the hips up towards the heavens. Catching your breath, softening the body. Deep inhales and exhales. And on the next inhale breath, once again, sweeping the arms up overhead, but taking hands down through heart center on the exhale breath. Coming into some prayer twists here. Again, soft shoulders, a slight tuck of that tailbone. Inhale up through the crown of the head. As you exhale, twist and take the right elbow past the left knee. Pressing those hands together, opening up the heart towards the heavens. Perhaps looking up past elbow. If that's not good for your body, you can look straight ahead or maybe even down towards the ground. Drawing belly in once again, feeling this strength throughout the glorious body. Take one last big inhale breath here, and as you exhale, simply press into the heels, come all the way up to standing mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathing deep in and out through the nostrils. Or if you feel as though your breath is getting away from you, inhale deeply through the nose and exhale out the mouth in a loud sigh. Inhale up through the crown. Exhale, dip it down low, sending hips behind you. And once you reach your lowest point, inhale once again up through the crown. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Left elbow past the right knee. Pressing into hands to open the chest up. Once again, maybe looking at the knees, making sure they're nice and parallel. And then once again, as I say, just checking in for the head, neck, making sure they're in a comfortable position, not creating any tension. 2 more cycles of breaths, my friends. And on the exhale breath of the second round, pressing up into our Tadasana pose. Taking any little movement here that feels good, perhaps shaking out the legs. Separate the feet to hip distance apart, release hands down to the sides. Inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, bow and fold, placing hands right in front of the feet, stepping back into your beautiful plank once again. Feeling the strength through this nice long body. Pressing through the heels, drawing skin to muscle and muscle to bone. From here, coming into a plank rotation, pick up the right hand, setting it right down underneath the chest, pivot the feet onto the sides, and as you inhale, sweep left hand up towards the heavens. Chest is open, fingertips are reaching for the sky. Staying here either with one foot in front of the other or stacking one foot on top of the other. It's a little bit harder to have them stacked. I shouldn't say harder, it's different. And if you want a little bit more, feel free to lift that top leg up. Starfish pose. Never allowing the hips to fall behind you. Keeping that engagement in the lower half of the body. And if your leg is raised, go ahead and exhale and softly lower it now. One more inhale, breath through the fingertips. Exhale, slowly sweep that left arm down to the ground. Pausing in plank or dropping the knees, even dropping down onto elbows if you need. And then picking up left hand, placing it right underneath that chest, pivoting over onto those feet. Inhale as you sweep right arm up towards the sky. Once again, deciding how those feet feel, the legs, perhaps stacking one on top of the other. And perhaps lifting that top leg once again if it suits your body. Go ahead and place that soft bend in the standing elbow. Place that little smile on your lips. Enjoy the heat, enjoy the strength. Enjoy the freedom. And then lower that leg on your exhale breath. And on the next exhale breath after that, slowly sweep that right hand down to the earth. From here, holding plank for a couple more breaths. Because we can. Beautiful. Maybe closing eyes. Visualize the body as a nice long plank. Last 2 rounds of breath here, my friends, knowing you can always drop knees before I cue you. And then on that second exhale breath, slowly dropping the knees down towards the heaven, taking tabletop pose. And of course, if you need a break on those hands, lifting them up for a little circling out. Coming into a balancing bird dog crunch. We're going to actually go to the sides. Hopefully I have enough room here. So as you inhale, sweep the right leg straight behind you. Left toes will be tucked under for support. And then from here, inhale, lift the left arm up, bicep by the ear, thumb pointing up towards the heavens. Body is nice and long. The right hip is in line with the left hip. They're both facing the earth. Staying here or on the exhale breath, drawing cross body, elbow to knee. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, round. One more here. Inhale to extend one more time. And then from here, go ahead and very slowly begin to draw the leg out to the side and the arm out to the opposite side. Holding here, once again, feeling the strength. Beautiful job, everyone. Maybe coming back to the intention you set, the mantra that's running through the brain, or simply focusing on those beautiful inhale and exhale breaths. Inhale, draw the arm forward and the leg back. Exhale, let them softly plant down on the earth. Crossing over to the opposite side. Inhale, lengthen left leg straight out behind you. And on the next inhale breath, slowly sweep that right arm up beside the ear. Take another inhale breath to extend and feel length. Exhale to pull belly into spine, drawing elbow to knee. Each inhale, we lengthen. Each exhale, we round. 2 more here, my friends. Stay with your breath. And last one right here. Feel free to go ahead and drop right hand, left knee. Oh no, let's take it to the side. Sorry, let's go all the way back up again. Let's inhale, sweep the right arm out to the side, left leg out to the side. Wouldn't want to forget the second side here. Pushing the earth away from you, keeping that softest of bends in the elbow, lifting that leg up so it's nice and parallel to the ground, feeling the strength in the glutes, the IT band, the quads and the hamstrings. Beautiful, everyone. Inhale, slowly sweep back to the midline of the body, and exhale, drop hands and knees down. We'll take our first child's pose here. Take those big toes together at the back of the mat. Take an exhale breath to slowly sweep hips back down towards the heels. Extend arms out in front of you, nestling forehead down to the earth. Finding a pause here for the body and the brain. Soften each. Catch your breath. Breathe. We'll take 2 more deep inhale and exhales here. Inhale to slowly rise the body back up into tabletop position. And then coming back into our plank, extending legs straight out behind you. Finding the strength in this pose or dropping knees down to the ground as you need. From here on an exhale breath, hinge hips up towards the heavens, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here before we begin to bring our elbows up towards, or our knees up towards our elbows. Let's plant the left foot and inhale to sweep right leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, draw right knee to the right elbow. Inhale to lift the knee up to the tricep. Exhale to drop it down towards the wrist. Inhale, sweep it back behind you. Exhale, sweep that knee to the elbow. Inhale up to the tricep. Exhale down to the wrist. Inhale, sweep it back. Excellent. Exhale forward, knee to elbow. Inhale to tricep, exhale to wrist, and inhale, sweep that leg up. Exhale, float the right leg down. Inhale, sweep left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, up to tricep. Exhale, down to wrist. Inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up to tricep. Exhale down to wrist. Inhale, sweep it back. Last one here. Inhale forward to elbow. Up towards the tricep. Down to the wrist. Inhale back to the sky. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Holding here or dropping the knees, maybe taking a child's pose. Beautiful job, everyone. 3 more rounds of breath. Planks are so beautiful. They're so useful for the body and the brain. A moment of stillness and strength to scan the body, soften the brain, unclench the jaw. And whenever you're ready, on an exhale breath, we'll walk those hands all the way back towards the feet. Maybe bending into knees if you need. Sweeping arms out to the side, inhale, let the chest lead. As you reverse swan dive all the way up, hands will come together. Exhale down through heart center and pause. Beautiful, everyone. All right, let's get into our dancer's pose. We're going to take a large step forward. Actually, let's not. Let's go ahead and just start with a balance. Lift up the left toes, spread them nice and wide, and bring them back down to the earth, and just find your balance there. Soft bend in the left knee. Inhale, bring the right knee up, parallel to the earth. Maybe just staying here. And if you'd like to go further, go ahead and bring the right ankle behind you. Take a hold of the right instep with the right hand. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and forward as you press right foot into the right hand. Finding the strength in this balanced pose. Trying to let go of control and finding that freedom of which I spoke. Softening shoulder away from ear and finding that little smile on your face. Beautiful, everyone. Big inhale breath. Exhale, slowly drop foot. Shake out the hips. Excellent. Let's go ahead and switch over to the opposite side. Lift those right toes, spread them wide, bring them down to the earth, finding that nice grounding through the right foot. Inhale, sweep left knee up, perhaps just staying here working on our balance. And if you'd like to take it further, sweep left foot behind you, finding left hand in the left instep. That chest opens. Inhale to sweep right arm forward, left foot pressing into left hand. That tiniest of bends in the right knee to help support you. And knowing that if we fall out, we just get back in again, it's okay. Maybe the leg gets lifted, maybe you press a little further into the hand. Beautiful job, everyone. Keep breathing, keep softening. Last inhale breath. Exhale, float the hand and foot down. Again, maybe pausing in mountain pose or Tadasana. Maybe hands are at heart center. Maybe hands are by your side. Maybe you're just gazing downward. Maybe eyes are closed. 2 or 3 nice deep breaths here, my friends. And then releasing those hands out to the side, we'll be making our way down to the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gazing at the fingers. Hands come together. Exhale, bring them down through heart center, come down towards the ground. We'll plant hands on the earth, bend deeply into the knees. Coming into hero's pose, knees will be together, feet will be together. We're going to take a very simple side twist here, placing right hand on left knee, still finding length through the torso without arching the back. Inhale to sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale as you twist. Hand comes down towards the earth, or if you need a block, you can grab a block behind you just to give you something to hold on to. Again, just making sure that the shoulder behind you is nice and relaxed, never hitched up around the ears. Feeling that beautiful twist in the midsection of the body. Softening the facial features. And then taking it to the opposite side. Inhale to sweep the left arm up. Exhale as you plant it on the right knee. Opposite side, inhale, sweep right arm up. Exhale to twist and plant. Making any adjustments you need. Scanning the body for signs of discomfort. Soften the jaw. Soften the breath. Soften the brain. Inhale, sweep right arm back towards the sky. Exhale to float it down towards the knees. Coming down onto our backs now. With as little movement as possible, shooting those feet out, finding the end of your mat. And then we'll come all the way down to our backs. From here, take the feet behind the hips, palms face down, hands will be by the heels. Inhale deeply through the nose, and as you exhale, press into the feet, lifting the hips up towards the heavens. From here, binding the hands together, clasping fingers. You can walk those shoulder blades in towards one another to lift the chest and the pelvis a little higher. And always making sure here in our bridge pose that we're not turning our heads to the left or the right. I won't turn and look at you. I'll be a good role model here. Excellent. Still pressing into the feet. Feeling this beautiful stretch in the front side of the body. Heart once again nice and lifted. Knowing that if at any time this gets too difficult, you can slowly unwind, lower down towards the hips. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. And then unclasping the hands, walking the shoulder blades out, rolling down the spine. And then as we prepare for wheel, if wheel is not in your practice yet, you may wish to just repeat bridge, which is always fun and awesome. If you'd like to take a hold of your wheel with me, we're going to keep the same distance apart in those feet. Take the hands, flipping the palms. So palms are down, fingertips facing in towards the shoulders. Making sure it's not on any hair. So hands are right beside the ears. Elbows are not flaring out. Let's lift them up. You can see them in the periphery of your vision, facing up towards the sky. As you take a nice deep inhale, breath, soften the brain. Exhale, press into hands and feet to lift the body upwards. And once you're in your wheel, perhaps drawing the feet closer to the hands, coming up on tiptoes. Reaching the body towards the heavens. Beautiful freedom, playtime, joy. 2 more breaths. And then as you walk the feet carefully away from the hands, finding the earth with the head, tucking the head under, chin towards chest as you roll down neck, shoulders, spine. We'll draw the knees in towards the chest, either interlacing hands above the knees or wrapping arms around the shins. Finding that nice counter pose on the back. Maybe lifting chin or nose up to the knees if that feels good for you. And then releasing once again, rolling down. Now before your feet hit the earth, let's take right knee over the left, crossing our legs. Your hands can find opposite knees, opposite shins, or opposite ankles, drawing the crossed legs in towards the chest. And as we come down to the end of our class here, loosen the jaw. Perhaps take that swallow to open up the esophagus, the throat, making your swallowing a little easier for you. Soften through the face, getting ready to come into our final pose of the day. Knowing you can come back to any of these stretches or asanas at any time. Let's switch legs, left over right. Once again, opposite hands on opposite knees, shins or ankles. Drawing them close into the chest. Shoulders remain soft on the earth. Maybe picking up the head, planting it on the ground so that the chin is not pointing up to the heavens, neck and head are in line with the spine. And gently releasing the feet down behind the bottom, making any adjustments you need so that you can stretch the legs out along the mat, coming into that final pose, Shavasana, allowing feet to simply relax, legs to be heavy on the mat, the entire torso, shoulders, arms, hands relaxed, and then allowing that face to simply be soft. Taking 2 minutes or so here to allow all that playtime, the movement, the strength, and the breath to integrate itself into the body. Breathe, my friends. Begin to draw your awareness back into fingers and toes, taking some movement there. Maybe moving up to ankles and wrists. Maybe a quick stretch overhead or another hug in of the knees. When you feel ready, you can roll over to your favorite side, pressing yourself up to a seated position. We'll close out our session together. Thank you once again for joining me here on Lorraine Corvenic Fitness YouTube. If you haven't yet, please like or subscribe. Let's place hands together at heart center, a soft bow of the head. The light within me truly honors the light within each one of you. Namaste.